Hey guys, and welcome back to The Lost Crown. So, last time we started our little background investigation on Northfield Church. We were asked by the vicar to head back to Saxton and give Nanny Noah the order for the flowers for Thursday, which we can do because we're going to get back there anyway. Let me just... 1 second. So we are back at Saxton Shore. Dr. Black's still sketching. Here we are. Okay, I think we should visit Nanny Noah first. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, we'll check out the museum first then. Surely it's open. Aha! Oh, this is cool. Okay. What do we got here? Saxon Museum, 3 crowns on the cover. Oh, and we got a map. We got a little map. Nice. Okay. Let's have a chat to the curator.
Good afternoon. May I explore the museum?
Of course. That's why it's here.
Thanks. I'm Nigel, by the way. Nigel Danvers.
How interesting. I'm Oogle. Professor Oogle. The curator of this museum.
Oogle.
Is there an entrance fee?
Normally, yes. But the museum is free during public holidays.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, should I be looking out for anything?
Should I be looking out for anything in particular?
Many of our exhibits are unusual or rare. What are you looking for in particular?
Yes. Does the name Ager mean anything to you?
Does the name Ager mean anything to you?
The Agers lived for many centuries out by Northfield. The family home still stands on Raven Lane.
Where can I learn more about them?
Here, of course. There are some exhibits with Ager connections. The murder of the mystery man may well be of interest.
The murder and the mystery man, huh?
What can you tell me about the lost Anglo-Saxon crown?
Is it lost? Something that has yet to be found is not necessarily lost.
I'm not sure I understand.
If something has remained hidden through centuries of upheaval and mischief, do you really think you have the right to disturb its slumber?
Ooh, ominous. Very ominous. Okay. I don't think he's going to let me, but let's ask anyway.
Could I borrow an exhibit for a séance or similar experiment?
The answer is no. Be warned, our security cameras are everywhere. We see all.
That was a bit... How's it going? Okay.
May I ask you about something else?
Yes, but do make your mind up.
Oh, come on, man. Would it be possible to return here tonight to ghost hunt?
Would it be possible to return here tonight to ghost hunt?
Certainly not. Some of our exhibits are priceless.
Fair enough.
We can't have students running around looking for ghouls and
Okay. Is the museum haunted?
Is the museum haunted?
Saxton has many old buildings, young man, which played host to many characters. I believe some may be reluctant to leave the homes they once knew.
Interesting. Okay. Thanks, mate.
Thank you for your time.
It is my job to help. Information is free, but feel free to donate to our fund.
Can't right now. That looks like the lighthouse light from Duckfall 2. It probably is. I wonder if it's the same asset, just shrunk. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's get started. Some research.
Many archaeologists
Where do we
believe there is
start?
treasure
Okay.
hidden out there in the fens.
What's this? Some interesting facts about Saxton Museum. The museum was converted in the 1950s to feast displays and exhibits you see today. Don't miss the Saxton Monster, a magnificent fossil discovered along the Saxton coastline. I want to check that out. Learn about the Anglo-Saxon kings who ruled this area over 1,000 years ago. Indulge your passion from our local flora and fauna by visiting Saxton Museum's library. New Haddon Industries have donated several interactive touchscreen panels. Feel free to learn more about the town by poking and prodding these new additions. Of course, they donated. Don't forget, Saxton Museum is free during public holidays. Small charges made at other times. Please visit the official website to learn for further details and exciting news regarding the future exhibitions. Learning can be fun. I wonder if it's a real website. I'm going to check it out. Check it out. That's cool. That's cool. I'm going to check that website out later. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's have a look here. Who's this person? Hello. What room is that? Oh, it's the fan blade. I thought I saw something move. Okay. What do we got here? The Three Kings? Yes, the Three Kings of Saxton. History tells us that 3 Anglo-Saxon men ruled the area we now know as Saxton. From the 5th century, they were Aldwulf and his 2 sons Ganwulf and Pendraid. Aldwulf made the briny seaside his kingdom, with Pendraid based in Olcombe. Little is known about Ganwulf, although his kingdom believed to be located in the farmlands north of Saxton, now known simply as Northfield. Arriving in the wooden boats after the departure from the Romans, these men were highly skilled in craft, land management and animal husbandry. The existing tribes of Anglia required strong, knowledgeable and supportive rulers, so the established way of the northeast Europeans proved invaluable. Centuries after his death, the Anglo-Saxon chronicle remembers Aldwulf as a mannered and intelligent man whose sons carried on his good work for many decades. Their influence and way of life still echoes throughout modern Anglia and beyond. Interesting. I want to take a photo, but I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for it, because I saw a no photography sign.
No photography, filming, or tampering in the museum.
Oh, I need to get rid of his cameras somehow.
That's not right. That's not right.
I don't think it'll let me do this either.
That's not right.
No. Alright, never mind. Alright, let's head this way. Oh wait, what's this? Before we go, there's a glass case here.
The museum is based in Saxton's old town hall,
Jeez, that fish
built around
looked good.
1890.
Pair of binoculars. Okay, let's go. This is good, we're learning some more about the area, I like it. I love filling up on lore. That's a skeleton. I need to see that, but first... Northfield, 1602. There's Northfield Church. Oh, that's cool. It's so cool. Yeah, we're definitely going to check out the skeleton. Wow, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're getting some EMF spikes here. Yep. Sound level spiking. I think we picked something up.
There's definitely something.
Yes.
I should listen to the recording.
I love listening to these. Alright, let's do it.
A recording from the museum skeleton.
Just hear screaming. Birds? Yeesh. Okay. Wow, what do we got here? The body was found in the carrion wood. There was a book close to the church and the track. We have a helmet in this field and a sickle. God, excuse me. Okay, we have a sickle found at Ager House. So, the weapon. A rusting scythe was found 3 days after the body near Ravens Lane and Ager House. William Ager, resident, was questioned by the police but released without charge. A battered hat, a dirty miller's hat, was discovered on the boundary of the woods sometime after the murder. It's unknown whether this has any connection to the crime. Did it belong to the mystery victim? And then we've got Clark's Guide to the Antiquities of Anglia was found near the woodland path and lane to Northfield Church. I wonder if whoever this was looking for the treasure. The body was not discovered for another 3 years. The book contains entries covering Ager House and Northfield Church. Was the mystery man a tourist exploring the country's monument and older houses? Who is the mystery man? Years of intense investigation by the Anglian police forces have no substantial clues as to the identity of the mystery man or why he was killed. This reminds me of the Somerton man, actually. We can look at the stuff here. Look at this. There's the hat. The scythe. And the book. Can I look at the book? Ager House.
Raven Lane, Northfield.
Interesting. I really hate it when I do that. Nestled in the leafy lanes of Northfield, the Ager Farm is a distant reminder of the times gone by. Standing proud alongside Carrion Wood, the house and surrounding farmland predate the Black Death. Sadly, the farm is one of the only few buildings left to show where the village of Northfield had its centre. The house itself is occupied, but admission was refused by the current owner. Northfield Church. Northfield Church stands overlooking the Great Fenland to the north of Saxton, away from the briny water and forests and ferns. Wait, what? The forests and ferns have been allowed to flourish. Why can't I read? Okay. Northfield Church stands overlooking the Great Fenland to the north of Saxton, away from the briny water. The forests and ferns have been allowed to flourish. The church itself is an architectural oddity with pagan roots and commanding Norman tower. The inside also offers a few wonders for the wandering enthusiast, the effigy of Nicholas Gurney, Old Nick, dominates the chapel. Visiting the church is no easy task, and we can't turn the page because we can't open this. Damn it. Love to look at that book. Wonder who the mystery man was. Was it Old Nick? But then Old Nick, is he sarcophagus, or maybe it's just a statue? I don't know. Curiouser and curiouser.
Be sure to check the upper gallery to view some of our artistic masterpieces.
What have we got here? Emily Travers. The 1940s saw tragedy in the Saxton cavern. Emily Travers, daughter of a local doctor, is thought to have perished in or near the caves after being overcome by strong Anglian tides. Although her body has never been discovered, her spectacles were discovered washed up on the beach some days after her disappearance. Emily was a regular sight to all the local people, who described the young lady as warm, generous, and loved by all. Emily, huh? Emily sounds familiar.
New video panels can be found in the butterfly room and upper gallery.
Emily sounds very familiar.
Thomas Ager.
Where's William Ager's journal? Do I have that?
The museum is open from 11 AM to 6 PM.
William
except
Ager.
for public holidays.
The day she went away.
The tracks, the fens. Perhaps this Ager character lived along the train line.
My Emily.
I should investigate.
My Emily. So it looks like William Ager killed Emily. Saxton Caverns.
Browse the library.
This natural warren of caves and tunnels has existed since prehistoric times and has attracted geologists, archaeologists, and paranormal enthusiasts. Some say it's near impossible to measure the exact length of the caves, as they appear to change with each visit. A polite warning to the curious. Local police encourage visitors to visit the first few meters of the caverns, but not to venture any further. It's all too easy to become disorientated in the dark and damp and deep caverns. Enjoy the caves, but do not put your life or loved ones at risk. It's good advice.
The May Day Fair will be held on Saxton Shore this Monday.
The life and times of a Saxton building. All the buildings of Saxton have undergone many changes over the passing centuries, none more so than the humble Harbor Cottage. Okay, getting somewhere. Perched on the edge of the inner harbour wall, the cottage was once the winching store, which housed a complex series of gears, pulleys, and ropes. Fishing boats would sail into the archway to the rear of the building and unload their briny catch. In later years, the archway was walled up, with the small building converted to a dwelling for visiting fisherfolk and those seeking shelter from the harsh North Sea. By now, the building had 2 floors, one for storing boats and equipment, and the upper level for accommodation. A treacherous open trapdoor joined the two. The building's later history is more mysterious. It came under the ownership of Eduardo de Molina, a well-heeled merchant from southern Spain. His business in town and his need to buy the property was never clear, for Eduardo committed suicide in the 1950s. His story and further history of the cottage are explored below. Well, Death at Harbor Cottage, that must be him. Arriving in Saxton just after the war, Eduardo de Molina made a definite and lasting impression on the small town. Over the years, the Anglian coast has seen much in the way of trade, tourism, and visitors, but Molina's sharp suits and flamboyant air were very exotic to the simple people of the area. Sadly, Eduardo committed suicide only a few years after his arrival. By this time, he had acquired properties such as the Watch House, Harbor Cottage, and Dickens House. In fact, his body was found in Harbor Cottage, dangling between the trapdoor and the lower levels. It's not known why Eduardo had chosen to hang himself in such a fashion, but local gossip hinted that he had experienced great disappointment a few days before his death. It's believed that he had been searching for something connected with his family or business. His wife was sick.
Don't forget to explore the mystery surrounding the Saxton skeleton.
Interesting. Okay. Let's continue. Actually, I should look at that.
You can marvel at our fine collection of butterflies.
Butterflies. Oh, I want to take a photo of this. All comes up that way. The fens. Okay. Well, I can't take a photo just yet. Hidden treasures of the Anglo-Saxons. Alright, I'm going to leave this one up for you guys to read. It's just a bit of lore for their treasure, because we're pushing 20 minutes here and all I've done is read. So I'm going to leave this up here for a minute. You guys can pause the video and read it. I'll read it myself and then we'll continue on. Okay, and... there we go. Cool. Okay, let's continue. Oh, hello. What's this? That must be the library. That's cool. Can't look at that. Can look at that. Let's check out the library while we're here.
Take the weight off your feet and watch our film about the town.
Is that the only book we can look at? Morning Bride of Burden Moor and Other Ghost Stories. Revised from a collection of stories first published in Darkfall 2 Lights Out. Wow. I'm going to leave this up on the screen too. I'm going to read through it. Okay, my turn. Wow. Wow. What a heavy story. What's this one? Old Families of Anglia. The Russets. Hey, the Russets. Mr. Russet. Middle English. The earliest members of the Russet family tree. 1006, covering Saxton. The entry states the Russets owned and farmed the land between Carringwood and Saxton. The land was mostly silt until the Middle Ages, when much of the land was drained of the Fenland water and made suitable for growing of crops. Hill House at Oak Hill House. Hang on. Not going to see a bent neck lady, are we? Again, the family after construction was completed in 1547. The house stands on the original site of the Russet home, of which no record survives. Many believe that the crypt at Oakham Church joined the original house by a series of passageways and tunnels. Local legend tells of smuggling and piracy along the stretch of coast, but nothing has been confirmed. It is known, however, that many members of the family died both during the Black Death and the Great Plague. In later years, the Russet family spread beyond the borders of Anglia, some immigrating to the shores of Canada, Australia, and America. Few family members remain in the country, or county rather, although a small group are thought to live and work around the lost medieval village at Northwood. The Agers. Ager. Piece of land or field, preacher or holy man collected name for members of the Crow family. Saxton in origin. Look at them. Look at them. Creepiest bunch of fuckers I've ever seen. Once a large, wealthy and well-known family, the Agers have since vanished from Anglia completely. Partial immigration during the Victorian era saw many leave these shores to benefit from rich opportunity in the colonies. Of those that remained, 4 brothers figure predominantly in the area of Saxton and Northfield, where they owned a house on Raven Lane. There seems to be some historical confusion as to which brothers lived at their house and their correct ages. Thomas Ager is listed on the rood screen at Northfield Church as being a rector of the parish in 1799. This seems utterly impossible, given that the very same Thomas Ager appears in the family portrait of 1899. Either the brothers had a peculiar sense of humour, or Thomas Ager lived to be 100 or more. Of the brothers, it is Frederick Ager who is best known due to his work modernising the town of Saxton, which included the construction of the net store and rebuilding of the harbour wall. No mean feat in 1847. Nathaniel Agar is known for very little, although his life and attitude would suggest he craved fame, fortune, and power. It is rumoured that a great ornate stone tomb containing his remains lies hidden beneath a huge pipe organ at Oldcombe Church. The organ itself, a monstrous machine powered by steam, was designed and built by Nathaniel himself. That must be the crest. Although it is also thought the construction of the organ drove the remaining family members into utter poverty. William Agar, the last of the Anglian family line, died alone, unloved and poor at the family home in Northfield, babbling about a great secret that he must share. Of its validity and importance to Saxton, Agar was most insistent. Sadly, William died during the night of a terrible fever before he was able to share his burden. Academics have theorized that William and his brothers were connected to the legend of the lost Anglo-Saxon crown, but it's never been substantiated.
3 crowns. A link to the legend.
I love it when he says that. That must be the Agar family crest. Wow. The Gurneys. The Gurney family were well known throughout Anglia. They arrived, as many did, after the Norman invasion of 1066, taking land in Anglia, Cornwall and Kent. The Gurney family soon became generous landowners and kind to those who tended their lands. The Gurney fields were abundant with crops, fruit and livestock, meaning the family prospered throughout their existence. Many weddings and well-thought partnerships saw the family increase both in wealth and good health until the outbreak of the plague in the 15th century. The Gurneys of Anglia were struck the meanest of blows when virtually all the family perished in just one fortnight. Gradually, by the late 17th century, the family had increased to a healthy state and would enjoy their previous prosperity for many decades to come. Most famous Gurney in Anglia would have to be Nicholas, born 1756 and died 1799. A collector of art, Nicholas was well known throughout the fashionable gallery district of Monrovia, London, where he often threw great parties and concerts in the aid of charity and artistic endeavour. Fancying himself as an adventurer, Gurney was an impassioned student of antiquities, both at home and abroad. That was an antiquities book. In his last years, Gurney embarked on his most audacious venture to locate and exhibit the last Anglo-Saxon crown of Anglia, a legendary relic thought to be hidden in the landscape of Saxton. Sadly, Gurney never found his treasure. His mutilated body was discovered near the family home at Northfield. His body rests in the church at Northfield under the rather grand effigy designed by Gurney himself. Of his great art collection, several pieces remain mysterious in origin, but take pride of place upon the walls of the greatest art galleries. Wow. Wow. The Lost World of Doggerland. I'll leave this up. I won't read this one out. Okay, my turn. Interesting. Ah, hello. More of those symbols. Okay, let's move on. Ooh, got an achievement for that. Bookworm. Okay.
There has been a settlement in this harbour since Neolithic times.
Saxton monster. The fossil you see before you is not that of a monster, but of a North Sea trilobite. It was discovered in 1900 by workmen converting Saxton's Martello Tower to a lighthouse to the southeast of the town. With no knowledge of the prehistoric period, the workmen believed they had unearthed the corpse of a frightful creature from the county's mythology. Interesting. Can I take readings from that? Or... nothing. Alright, let's continue. Oh wow. Yep, butterfly collection.
Many archaeologists believe there is treasure hidden out there in the fens.
What's this? Spivey Scope. In 1892, Walter Spivey, famed sea captain, found himself lost in a thick North Sea fog and heading for the rocks near Martello Tower. Using his trusty telescope, Spivey was able to spot the church tower at Oldcombe peeping out from over the grey spectral mists. Realizing his ship's proximity to the rocks, Spivey was able to avert disaster and swore that his telescope would bring good luck to all that had the good fortune to employ its uses. That's interesting. What have we got here? Touchscreen panel. I love that Nigel turned to the camera there going, really? Gonna watch this? Is that Northfield Church? That's Northfield Church, alright. Old Nick. It's interesting. What have we got here? The Saxton Warrior. This battle helmet was discovered along the southeast coastline after coastal erosion destroyed a large stretch of the crumbling natural sea defence. The helmet is thought to belong to Ganwulf, son of Aldwulf and brother to Pendraid. Ganwulf is believed to have ruled the area known as Saxton, although his crown and dynasty are unknown to modern history. Replica. It's a replica. What do we got? Can't look at that. There's a hell of a lot of butterflies here. That must be that room we saw through the vent. Check that out in a second. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and follow him.
The museum is based in Saxton's old town hall, built around 1890.
That was creepy.
Be sure to check the upper gallery to view some of our artistic masterpieces.
Someone just knock back. What the fuck? Let's go this way.
The new video panels can be found in the butterfly room and upper gallery.
Saxton. The net hut.
The museum is open from 11 AM to 6 PM, except on public holidays. Do browse the library for books about Saxton and beyond.
Who is that?
The May Day Fair will be held on Saxton Shore this Monday.
Oh, I just want to take photos, damn it.
Don't forget to explore the mystery surrounding the Saxton skeleton.
Okay, let's go back to the front now. Maybe we can see Nanny Noah. Man, that was creepy. See if we can have a chat with this guy.
Good afternoon. May I explore?
Okay, never mind.
Thank you for your time.
Tis what?
There's more to learn from the museum. I'm sure of it.
Alright, let's keep looking then. So we've looked at pretty much everything. Let's go back this way.
You can marvel at our fine collection of butterflies.
Oh, there's a way I can go this way. Okay. Oh, wow. There's a whole other part. Alright. What do we got here? A rope.
The Suicide's Noose. A grisly reminder of Eduardo de Molina's fate. The local businessman and celebrity killed himself in the late 1950s.
Oh,
There's definitely something. I should listen to the recording.
let's have a listen.
An eerie recording from the museum's Noose exhibit.
I'm choking. Guess his neck didn't break. Jesus. Well, okay. What do we got here?
Beakers and moths. Discovered in the woods and fields around Northfield, they are thought to be 4,000 years old. The Saxton claw, originally thought to be Grendel's claw, by the dragon-fearing folk of ages past. This fossil is thought to date from the Jurassic era.
Interesting. What's this?
The Last Trumpet, a surviving musical instrument from Saxton's long-lost brass band.
What happened to the band?
Nautical history. These items were donated by Walter Spivey, famed seaman of the Saxton seas.
Compass and a cannonball? Let's go over here.
Old-time music. Old gramophone recordings, donated by Wesley Russet after their discovery in Elcombe Church.
That's a lantern from Darkfall.
Railway memorabilia, the old station clock, and a trackman's lantern. The secret Saxton recipe. Discovered in the basement of the Lighthouse Cafe, this ancient recipe is thought to be Anglo-Saxon in origin. Saxton punch. A flask of Saxton punch, a strong medieval beverage. Discovered in the wine cellar of the Bear.
Whoa.
The Sax. A replica Saxon sword, based upon a priceless item found in the murky swamps of Sedgemarsh.
That's cool. Okay, we got this way. Or is that back to where we came from? Nope. Ooh, there's a lift. What's this?
Take the weight off your feet and watch our film about the town.
Can't look at that. There's another level? Alright. Oh, there's more. We got a basement. Let's go to the basement. Oh, this is creepy.
I don't think I should be down here.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Alright. Let's go up. Let's go up to the top. Level 2. I can hear crying. Bird's nest, broken ladder. Oh, wow. So there is a whole other level here. This must be the art gallery. Look at the way those...
There has been a settlement in this harbour since Neolithic times.
The way those the wall wood's coming through the wallpaper there. It's pretty cool. Let's take a look. What we got? Don't know. This is wild. Oop.
The museum will be closing in 10 minutes.
How?
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. We've only got 10 minutes left. That's
Many archaeologists believe there is treasure hidden out there in the fens.
here.
The museum is based in Saxton's old town hall, built around 1890.
Tree of Crows. Artist unknown. Date around 1800. Mystery surrounds this stylized depiction of an oak tree and crows. There are no records of the painting being commissioned, nor is there an artist's mark to be found anywhere within the brushstrokes. A recent scientific examination by historians using X-ray techniques proved futile, as the oil pigments seem to defy the scanner. This beautiful piece of art which will forever remain a mystery. Can I quickly take a photo here? I'm just going to try.
No photography.
Wow. We're definitely getting something on the EVP too.
There's definitely something. I should listen to the recording.
Whispers are really
Strange sounds recorded from the painting Tree of Crows.
Let's go back downstairs, shall we? Yes, 10 minutes, we get it.
Be sure to check the upper gallery to view some of our artistic masterpieces.
Well, this has been an experience. We've learnt a lot, I think. It's time to leave.
Good afternoon.
Alright, nothing new. Let's
Thank
go.
you for your...
We're done here. Okay, we've learned a lot. Poor Emily. Her body was never found. And who the hell was the skeleton? I thought it might have been Nick, but Nick's at the church, so... Man, more questions. Well, they're going to have to remain unanswered, at least for this episode, because I'm going to have to leave it here. We saw an apparition, which was creepy as hell. It was awesome. I think my favourite part here was the whispering up in the art gallery. That was intense. Not to mention, speaking of intense, that recording at the Noose exhibit. But we're getting closer. We've learnt a bit, but we also have 1,000 more questions now. So, till next time, catch you in the next one.